Welcome back, familiar to Northside LDN Caramba. And today we've got my guy Carefreelewis. G, what you saying, bro?
Come on, G. Always great to be back on here. Shout out to the chat. Big up North. Hope you're enjoying Barca. Well, I know you're enjoying Barca. Big up for getting there. And yeah, it's definitely a new year, new Chelsea, you know, because I don't know what we're doing right now, but
it's my bro. Yeah. Let's get into it because I can't lie. We were just saying, yeah, your club's moving like Arsenal these days. I can't even lie. What is going on with your club, bro? Like Liam's in now, Maresca's out. Listen, there's nobody better out here to ask. What is going on with your club, bro?
Just honestly, fallouts between the manager and the sporting directors. That's it. Like, and people want to try and act like it's because of form and everything. No. It's because Maresca and the sporting directors and Igbali have been falling out all season. Maresca wanted more additions to the squad. He didn't get those additions. And since then, Chelsea were talking to De Zerbi in the summer. Maresca was talking to Man City and Juventus in October and December. You can be annoyed at either side for doing all of that, but both sides did it. Both sides were honest to the other side that they were doing. It's the equivalent of being in a relationship and both men are cheating on each other. And it's just like, well, or they're both chatting to other people. That's basically what's happened. Then the forms dropped, and Maresca and the sporting directors have had, well, and the medical team have had more back and forths about the utilization of the squad, how many minutes players are getting, rotation. We've had depth players complaining about not getting enough minutes. And I think it's all come to a head because Maresca also doesn't think he's had the same amount of support from the media and from up above to the media throughout December. And all that's led to Maresca just walking out on the job. Now we're pretending that Liam Rosenior is the right move for us. I've got nothing to go off with that. Personally, I think my season's tanked now and all I care about is winning the cups because there's nothing to fight for with the Premier League. We're already 10, 13 points off top three. We're locked in the top four race, which I never wanted to be. And I said the bare minimum for this season was to keep track with the top three so you could show that you can compete with them. Even needing additions, if you can show that you can compete with this base, you add those additions, you can go for the league next season. Fine. You haven't shown that you can do that. So where have we progressed? We've won trophies. We're still world champions, all of that. But we haven't progressed. And now we've brought in a manager that he weren't even in a good run himself, you know. He's won 2 out of his last 9 for Strasbourg. They're 7th in the league. They're not doing amazingly over there either. But cool. I'm meant to believe that this is the right move for us. He's here. I won't be manager out from minute 1. I always let people cook. And then whatever dishes they serve, we'll talk about the quality of the dish. But I'm not moved. When it was Maresca, right? Poch was the bar's low. It's in the bottom tier of hell. You don't have to do a lot to raise it. I've got a world champion manager that was up for the best manager of the year award at the Ballon d'Or. And you've replaced him with Liam Rosenior. He better be an upgrade, man. He better be an upgrade.
No, I hear it. It just doesn't, bro. It's like you man have gone for the Arteta project. You know what I mean? I hear all of that about Strasbourg having a young team, the young squad. You know what I'm saying? The ownership, the link with the ownership. It wasn't really an ambitious, you know what I'm saying? An ambitious type of. But I can't really lie. Even Maresca wasn't really an ambitious signing.
There's nothing.
Yeah, bro. Like
at least Maresca was meant to be the Arteta project. This is the thing, the one that you like, and even then, we weren't where Arsenal was during the Arteta thing. We were already a little bit higher up, not by much, but we were higher up. This was meant to be your long-term. I'm winning the league with this guy. You gave him a 5-year contract, all to ignore his demands in every single transfer window. Not give him any more power of winning a World Cup that we were not expected to win. Everyone said quarterfinals, you'll buck PSG, you'll be out. We went and we won the whole thing. Then you proceed to reward him by bringing in Buonanotte, Garnacho, and Gittins and Delap were already there. And that's the window that you bring him. I need a centre-back. No, you have Tosin and Badiashile. Make it work. Oh, all of our problems this season have come at wing and at centre-back. 2 areas that we asked for upgrades in, we didn't get upgrades in. Now I'm meant to believe the manager's the entire problem. And look, Maresca's had a horrible December. There's been a lot of games that he's messed up specifically, and I get why people are criticizing him for the season that we've had. I completely understand that. Weren't sackable. This guy was the November manager of the month. This guy, when we beat Barcelona 3-0, we had won 7 in our last 9, and we were 2nd in the Premier League. We had a bad month. People cannot tell me that we were going backwards under Maresca. We weren't. We dropped form. We can criticize that. We can talk about the games in isolation. Some of the games he managed was terrible. Atalanta in the Champions League, I said that was the worst game I've seen him manage. The whole loss came from his decision-making. But the biggest problem has been the squad building. 4 windows back to back to back to back of not upgrading the team and trying to sell the players that you've brought in. There's the problem. You build the squad to what the manager needs, and then, cool, it's all on the manager to succeed with that. Instead, you see a system that relies heavily on your wingers being good at dribbling, and yet you give me Garnacho and Neto, 2 of the 3 worst dribblers in the Premier League for over 30 dribbles attempted last season. Those are the wingers I need to do well in 1v1 situations. Great. You could have brought me Mavididi from Leicester. He would have suited that system a lot more. But this is the bigger problem.
This is what I never understood. Like, how do you appoint a manager that really and truly wins almost all the competitions he's in last season? Obviously, he wasn't expected to win the league, but you win the conference, you win the Club World Cup, and then you don't back him. I never understood that. Surely a manager that's doing that can get at least 1-2 signings that he wants. Of course, every club's going to make a club signing. We all understand that. But at the end of the day, they've already built a team the way that they wanted. A load of loanees that have gone out, that are development players. You've got a squad that's incomplete. You've got the basis of a good squad. All you needed was that spine to be completed. And he's asking for that spine to be completed. And the fans are saying the same thing. And then he doesn't get that. And then you're surprised that he's not happy. Of course he's not happy. If a manager wins you trophies, he's going to be like, yo, I need certain players, because it's all good the club have an expectation. If the manager can identify, yo, I need this and this to achieve, at least give him the tools to then say, okay, well, I'm going to hold you accountable based on the players that you wanted to reinforce. If you wanted a new goalkeeper, if you wanted 2 centre-backs, if you wanted reinforcements in the midfield, whatever the case may be. The fact is, even though they're not even getting him the players that he wants, look at the level that they're getting in. Garnacho and Gittins, another few project players. You've got a bunch of loanee players that are project players. Why do you need some more project players? It doesn't really make any sense. The rebuild for me, as an outsider, as an Arsenal fan, I was like, how are you focusing on loanees when your main squad isn't complete? I do not understand that. You focus on your starting 11. You know, and of course, you're going to have 1 or 2 players that are developing. Arsenal have got Diamond, we've got Ethan. But you can't have a whole squad of developing players. You're not going to get anywhere. And really, they should have looked at Arsenal and said, yo, this is why they always fell short. Because they were developing Saka at the same time they're developing Martinelli, developing Nketiah, developing Reece Nelson. We had so many development.
My thing is, we should have already got past that now, because you build that squad together when we're sitting 12th in the league and you've rebuilt the whole squad. Lovely. You make the little changes here and there that you need to make. Add the experience in there and listen to the manager when he's demanding key profiles. We lost Levi Colwill for an entire season, and the sporting director said, it's all right. That's only a best ball playing centre-back, a key role in the system that you play in. It's fine. You ain't got to worry about that. And then all of our problems come from centre-back, and they want to criticise the manager for the way that he utilises the team. Now, again, some players, like he did ask for. He asked for Liam Delap. He specifically pushed for that. That's fine. You can hold him accountable for that one because he's been garbage. But even he was not meant to be starting for us all season, because you don't spend 50 million on João Pedro for him to be on the bench. But I could hear you spending 30 million on Liam Delap for him to be on the bench, and he don't look ready to be our starter. João Pedro, Cole Palmer in the middle, that makes a ton of sense to me. João Pedro's performances there or thereabouts, some may be good, some may be shit. He's still got the 3rd highest goal contributions in the Prem this season. Something is going right on that one. The problem is, the entire time Maresca's been here, You haven't looked at one centre-back. The last centre-back that we bought for the first team was Axel Disasi. That is dark, especially looking at all the centre-back problems that we've had this season and the injury worries that we have at the back with Wesley Fofana, with Badiashile. And they decided to just completely ignore that, all for the sake of buying 90 million worth of left wingers, all to not be able to sell Tyreek George, so we have a ton of left wingers on there. For no reason. This is where the problem is. And like Liam Rosenior, you're here now. I ain't going to be against you from minute one. I've got no reason to be moved. This is very underwhelming. I can understand us making a move from Poch, because after Poch, Deadass just put anybody in charge. I don't care. That was a horrible year in itself. This is where I need to see an upgrade. Maybe Rosenior will be that manager in a few years. Maybe he'll come into Chelsea and just like wow everybody. Don't ask me to come here on some copium and tell you I understand Liam Rosenior to Chelsea. Because who the fuck does? And even from if we're talking down the pecking order and everything, Strasbourg are getting Gary O'Neill. Liam Rosenior's just pulled them into the Conference League and he's meant to be on a Conference League charge with them. Their season's in the toilet too. And then after that, we're going to go and take half their squad because that's going to be our depth for next season. Mamadou Sarr, Kendry Pies, Mike Penders. I think I'm missing one more person. Omega, that's going to be the Jackson replacement. And neither one of us is happy. Because we keep chopping and changing and saying that this project is working.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You guys just seem like you got no direction. You know what I'm saying? You guys just seem like there is a massive disconnect between what the owners want and what the manager that they appoint wants. I don't really get it, bro. I don't really get it. So what, Maresca walked or they sacked him? Maresca walked, didn't it?
Yeah, he walked. He didn't even do the press conference after the game. He didn't speak to anyone after the Bournemouth match. He was just like, yeah, I've had enough. I can't do this no more.
Yeah, I don't obviously they
no, the Leeds loss. When we lost to Leeds, I think that's when he mentally checked out. Because from that point, he stopped wearing the Chelsea tracksuits. And I think that was a very telling sign. He used to always wear Chelsea gear, pressers, in the dugout, everything. It would always be Chelsea gear. That's the first time he stopped doing it. And I think from that point on, he must have had like some micromanagement BS from the sporting directors. And he just thought, yeah, I can't be bothered for this anymore. These guys aren't trusting me. They aren't letting me like manage the team the way I want. They're telling me how to organize the team tactically. They're telling me what subs to make and when to make those subs. I can't be bothered with it. I'm going to leave. Now, I believe he probably checked out around December. And that explains why the performances from the team dropped significantly around that point. But the mid-October one, I don't agree with. He spoke to Man City, he spoke to Juventus. We went on to win the next 4 out of our next 5 games. And he got November Manager of the Month. And he also asked for a contract extension with a pay rise. The same thing that the sporting directors got after they won the Club World Cup off his work. So I don't think he checked out in October. I think he checked out in December, if anything. Something happened after that Leeds defeat. And I think that's what's changed things.
Man, like Jason, Lewis, do you think the owners want to make a profit first and start investing in the team to win trophies?
I think that's always been the case. The one thing that I've always said for these owners, I don't believe they don't want to win. I believe they want to win solely through this model and nothing else. Partly because they've already committed to it and they have to. Secondly, also because we don't get a lot of match day revenue because of Stamford Bridge. And that plays a big part in like them needing to get profit out of it. And it's also a private equity firm, so they're always going to be profit-based. But I do believe they want to win. You don't spend the amount of money that they're spending unless you want to win. Yeah, the first billion you had to as a clause. We've spent nearly 2 billion now. They clearly do want to win, but they solely believe it's by this method. Now, you can criticize the method all you want. I'm with criticizing it because, honestly, like, how do you not look at what we're doing and not think, add this here, add a centre-back here, add a serious left winger here, bring a little bit of experience. I don't need a ton of experienced players that you can't sell afterwards. 1 or 2. that have done it, seen it, won it, and can guide the team to do it. Not Tosin, who's only won trophies at my football club, and he didn't even start in either of those finals. Not him. You go and get me players that have won trophies consistently. Why can we not have a youth model and be that team that's ready to win the league? Then you can buy all the kids that you want to buy. Nobody gives a shit because the team's going for the league. Right now, we're on the cusp of it. And the fact that we're on the cusp of it is why I'm saying I believe they want to win. But they're too stuck in doing it with the youth-only method. And that's why we've missed too many opportunities to climb up the table. This summer was a massive opportunity to make up some serious ground on the rest of the top three. Now, Slot's Liverpool are above us. And they've been shit this season. They play not to lose games. They play like it's a Daesh team. And they're above us. Because we didn't handle the windows well enough. That's the problem. Naivety.
Nah, I hear that, man. It's weird, like seeing Chelsea move like Dortmund when you guys used to move like Real Madrid under Roman. It's mad, bro. It's mad. And seeing you guys only talking about like the owners only really focusing on profit and sustainability. It's like, bro, like you could have just used that money, like you said, you could have just used that money to get some players that are really well. You made some good signings. João Pedro was a good signing. You know what I mean? Cole Palmer was a good signing. There's been some very good signings. Lavia, Caicedo. There's been some good signings. But then it's like to get if there was a very
see how you've gone back to 2023 for them. There's my problem, brother. At Clear Lake, have a good window challenge. Like I'm here for criticizing Maresca for stopping games. Every window he's had has been shit. Every single one of them. And the fact that we've managed to get to a point where just a month ago we were second in the league and we've won a World Cup. That's why I'm looking at Maresca and I'm thinking, okay, I think I can win a league with you. I said that and I said it with chest. I believe Enzo Maresca is a manager that is capable of winning a Premier League. They have not backed him properly. And in spite of that, he got us into the top four and around it all season. It was never a push at the end. We were always within that race. Always either in the driving seat or just a few points off. Then we show up the way that we show up against the bigger teams. You just had to back him properly so that we had the squad to be able to last an entire league campaign. But they didn't do that. They didn't want to go all the way with it. That's why there's got to be nuance with it. Clear Lake want to win. Clear Lake are naive. Clear Lake have missed a bunch of opportunities to push this from a Project 2030 and turn it into a Project 2026 thing. But they do want to win. The problem is everything's on schedule. And that's my problem. This is the season we were meant to get top four. We weren't meant to get it last season. That's why Maresca was doing the whole, we're not in a title race. We were not targeted for that. We were targeted to just improve. This season, you were meant to get top four. Next season, you were meant to compete for the league. The season after, we're meant to win the league. That is what their plan is. And they're just not moving from it. I disagree with it because we could be there now. But they're telling me wait 2 years. And I can't be asked to wait 2 years.
No, I hear that, man, because there's definitely been signs, not only the trophies that you won, but also to beat PSG. Not only that, the way you guys dismantled Barca. Yeah, I mean, Maresca showed that when he goes up against the big teams, man, he can perform. Something that a lot of the times my manager under pressure doesn't. I know we beat Atletico, I know we beat Real Madrid, but we ain't beat them to win a trophy. You know, even the way you guys performed when you went a man down against Arsenal and looked like the team that was going to score, the team that was going to win after that was impressive. The way you guys even performed lately against Man City, I watched that game. Even though Man City, both teams, to be honest, both of you had opportunities to score, didn't bury it. Cole Palmer missing the shot completely. Pedro Neto had a shot, had a chance as well. I can't lie, Estevao was poor. But Enzo was getting frustrated in the amount of chances that he was creating. But it's like you guys, you went toe-to-toe with Man City. And it's like, this is what I mean. Like, you see signs that this team can push on, can become a great team. But like you said, not getting backed. And I just don't really get what you guys are really doing. I don't see the clear plan other than profit and sustainability. Do you remember when you said to me that you were in for a goalkeeper and then your ownership was like, nah, well, we can kind of wait and then we can maybe get it at half price or on a free? It's like, well, when did Chelsea move like that?
Mignon. And even then, like, we haven't even tried to move for him now because, like, Sanchez has been on some mad smoke the last couple of months. I actually respect that. As much as I wouldn't mind Mignon, like, look, I can't ignore the fact that Sanchez has been one of the best in the league this season. Fair enough. I can give you that one. But it's still a consolation goal for these sporting directors. That's just one thing. And I really think I'm looking more at Maresca because what we did was we stopped trying to, like, play out through Sanchez all the time. We just stopped giving him that responsibility. Now you're bringing in Rosenior. I've been looking at Liam Rosenior's stats. The goalkeepers play an unusually advanced role in build-up, and Penders averages 39 touches outside his penalty area per 90. Am I meant to be dealing with Sanchez getting more of the ball again? I've only just got his confidence back up. But this is what they've done because they didn't want to back the manager. And now the manager's decided to leave. You can talk about Maresca walking out mid-season all you want, but I don't get how people can be massively Clear Lake out and then be annoyed at Maresca for walking out mid-season. Like, you talk daily about how incompetent these owners are and how much of a nightmare it must be to work under Igbali who micromanages the shit out of you. And then when you see a man that can't take it anymore and gives up a 14 million pound payout just to fuck off, you don't see that as a sign of everything you're saying being vindicated. You use that as a reason to cuss out the manager instead. I don't get that. All that is proof. He said no to 14 million of the king's pounds. Do you know how much money that is? And he just said, nah, fuck it. I can't. Just don't ring me again. I'm gone. Keep the money. Fuck it. This is where we're at with our owners.
It's mad. I never seen you guys like this. You know what I'm saying? I never seen you guys like this, so angry at the ownership, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like I don't know who you guys are anymore. I feel like you guys, do you know what it is? You guys remind me right now of when Arsenal lost their identity the last 10 years of Wenger. When I slowly saw my club losing the identity, losing what made us great, losing what made us win Premier Leagues, win at White Hart Lane, and becoming a team that's just happy to make profit on Nasri and Adebayor and Van Persie and Haleb and Alex Song and not really be serious about getting over the line. Because at the end,
I don't think, like, the only thing that keeps me from thinking like it's a genuine Brighton or a Dortmund thing, or even like that in the Arsenal era, I don't see us selling our best players or being in any position where we have to sell our best players. Even the likes of like Jackson that you let go or something, or a Noni, for example. It's like, look, I wanted to keep Jackson, but Jackson's not worth dying or crying about. Neither was Noni. Ain't worth that. Sancho, not worth that. Like, we keep our best players, and until further notice, that's the one thing that keeps me keeps me believing that they do want to win. They want to do this youth project thing, keep the best, shift off the rest. The problem is, like, don't just wait for a starting 11 to form from that. The ones that you keep. The ones that you need to replace with better. Then when you've got a title-winning team, then you can work around it. More youth. Replace with youth. Whatever. Like, this could be done so much smarter, but this is why I'm in two minds about it. Like, I do think long-term Chelsea's going to be in that position that we used to be in. Even if we're talking about the Roman era, when Roman left, we were third and world champions. We've been under Maresca being second, third, and world champions. We're not that far off. The problem is it's just naivety across the board. And that's just what pisses me off. Because now I have to wait 2 years instead of being there now. That's where I'm at.
But I feel like when you start losing people, or when the club starts making footballing decisions that are not the smartest, the level's gonna decay slowly, in my opinion. They still got time to rescue it because I agree with you. I don't think you're a million miles off being title contenders or going for major honors. The problem is your club ain't making basic, clever moves. Like just like Arsenal. Like when we went for Xhaka instead of Kante, and Kante was the cheaper signing. Yeah, I'm saying like little things like that start adding up. Those kind of decisions, if not rectified, they start adding up. I've seen my club build teams that can win the league, bro. All they needed was 1-2 signings. For a long time, we needed a DM. A long time, we needed a proper centre-back when we had Koscielny and Mertesacker. We needed one more centre-back. For time, we needed a proper striker when we had Giroud, which is a very good striker, but we needed another striker that can hold it down. And this is the problem. When your club is every single time is this close to getting a signing, eventually you will become a selling club in the sense of certain players that have the ambition to win, they're going to want to move on. You already got Cole Palmer there. The thing is, it's also savageable with your club. You got Cole Palmer there. Clearly, he left Man City because he wanted game time. So he's ambitious. I want game time. Along with the game time, I want trophies. He's used to trophies. He's seen Man City lifting trophies. At Chelsea, he's lifted a couple of trophies. He wants trophies. The thing that saves you guys is you are still a club. When nobody expects you to win something, you still win. As soon as that stops, what's the draw? The money? Then you start getting mercenaries. And that's why I would be concerned as a Chelsea fan. If they don't, I've seen the demise of Man United, I've seen the demise of my club. And what happens is when the trophies ain't coming very often, the club's not pushing for major honors. There's complacency. Then you start appointing the wrong manager, bro. And then the manager starts saying we're not supposed to be competing, bro. That's what Arteta was saying. Oh yeah, but you know why is people saying that? I want free community shields. I want this and that. That's not how Chelsea used to speak. That's not how Chelsea used to speak, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying, though. That is fair. Like the more you stagnate or you allow yourself to, the more you allow other teams to come back. That's why I'm so pissed off with this summer. Like Man City, they could be thereabouts, but there was a bit of a question mark with the way last season went with them. With you guys, you had your window, but there's always a question mark because you guys have to cross the line. Liverpool brought in a lot of players. There was going to be a big adjustment period over there. United, Spurs, all in the back burner. There was a great chance for us to make that climb up. And instead, now I've got two left wingers that are both as bad as each other, in all honesty. My best centre-back barely stays fit now because of only freak injuries, like going and getting the flu or getting kicked in the eye or some crap like that. And the rest are just all mediocre to garbage. And then, yeah, the forward line is just kind of a sideways step, if even that. Liam Delap actually feels like a downgrade to Jackson, if I'm being completely honest. And with the Rosenior in charge, I don't know about top four. I've already said, like, I've written off the Premier League season because I actually don't care. I think if we don't get top four, top five, maybe that would be enough to finally get some change. And for us to finally move with a bit more intent, because now you haven't got your Champions League money. Maybe we can be a bit more serious in the window. Because funnily enough, as soon as we get close to top four, all the windows start showing zero intent about them. Maybe that's what we need. So that's where my thing personally for this season is just go win a cup. That's all I care about with Rosenior. Go win a cup. Go have the team playing good football every week. I want to be able to enjoy watching Chelsea in the Premier League. That's all I care about. And yeah, go win a cup. You're going to have 2 cup games. You're not managing tomorrow. You're managing on Saturday against Charlton. So don't fumble either of the cup games. And cool, lovely start to your time at Chelsea. The league, you go get top 4. Nice. That's good for you for your first half a season in the Prem. I'll big you up individually. But for Chelsea, no, don't care. Don't care one bit if we get top 4. I celebrated that against Forest last season because that was the first time this core group got that. You've got that now. I'm not celebrating you doing it again. We should have been doing better than that.
No, I don't think you get top 4. I can't lie. Like the way your team. I just look at your team. I'm like, yo, like I don't like your wingers, to be honest. Esteval is someone for the future. I don't really like your wingers. I don't like the lap. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of... Obviously, there's players that I like. You know what I mean? Badishu and Saliba made some good last-ditch tackles against Man City, but They're not the
Chalobah-
level to win you the league.
Chalobah's a clone of whoever's next to him. If you put Silva next to him, he's going to be a baller. If you put Badiashile or Tosin next to him, he's going to be a bum like him. It's just one or the other. Badiashile, actually, to be fair, he can be good, but he's so injury prone, and he's got such a bigger bozo gene than Fofana. You just don't know if it's worth the wait. If I'm being completely honest, like Fofana he's had some odd errors. Atalanta, Newcastle, the Arsenal one. I hear all of that. But I watch him in a 90-minute game and I'll be like, you're top one or top two centre-backs in my club. I can say that confidently, calm. Bar Fofana and Colwill, everybody's dispensable. Even Trev, you're a little third place because you'll be good next to either of them, but you can't marshal a back line and you're more experienced than the pair of them. So you could go as well. The wingers, I can't explain how much I hate seeing Garnacho in a Chelsea shirt because he's just everything that I expected him to be. And I give him a chance the same way I give everyone a chance. But he's shit. I'm sorry, he's just shit. He's everything I thought he'd be. Every time I get him in the Premier League, he gets a shot one-on-one with the goalkeeper, zing over the bar. Every single time. Take-ons, non-existence. Gets bodied for fun. He'll give me the odd cutback, or maybe one of his 20 shots will actually test the goalkeeper. But he's only someone for lesser opposition. Watch him bag against Charlton. Fucking watch. He will score in that game because that is Garnacho all over. Yeah, Neto as well. I won't forget about him. He's so dumb. It begs belief, man. Watching this guy when he has time to think it's like watching a set 8 student doing maths. It's mind-numbing. He makes the wrong decision every single time. And that's meant to be my experienced one. This is the window. This is the individuals. The only thing I can rep, Palmer, Esteval, João Pedro, my midfield and my wing-backs. Fofana, you're there, but any more mistakes leading to a goal, you won't even be there either, in all honesty. Because I expect a higher standard from you. All the other ones I can accept that they're bums. You're meant to be the good one. So I need less of these mistakes leading to goals. But everything else is just mid. Even Sanchez, it's half a season. I'm sorry. I need a whole season from you before I start saying that you're a changed man. Then this is what we spent 2 billion on.
Nah, I hear it, man. I hear it. I don't know with your club, man. I don't know. Team's incomplete. The manager appointment is wrong. It just seems like they want a yes man, and they got the yes man. It seems like you man got the yes man, bro.
They turn yes men into no men. Poch was the biggest yes man in football, and he got sick of them after a year. Maresca came in as another yes man. He would contradict himself in press conferences weekly just based off what the sporting directors are telling him to say. One time he'll say, we have these 5 centre-backs, I don't need Chalobah. Then he'll be like, no, we need to bring Chalobah back. Like, he's a quality centre-back. We need him in the team. There's no targets for the season. Top 4 is a target for the season. I've always said top 4 is a target for the season. And then it even got to a point for him where he was like, fuck you lot. 14 million on the table. Fuck you lot. Keep the money. They turn yes men into no men. I don't mind having yes men's managers. As long as you're good, I don't be a yes man. But they don't want to be yes men for these man because they don't even listen to the manager. They talk like they're managers. If you want to be managers, stand in the dugout tomorrow at Craven Cottage. You do the job then. If you want to tell Maresca what tweaks he should have made mid-game, if you want to criticize him in front of his squad after games, you manage them if you know any better. And you don't. You've won nothing. The only squads that you've been managing that have won anything are ours. So you don't know shit because he was the manager, but they want to pat themselves on the back for it. It's an ego thing.
Nah, I hear it, man. I hear it. I mean, what are you saying about Palmer's form, man? Because I can't lie, he's been off it lately, man. What are you saying about Palmer's form, bro?
Yo, so many Chelsea fans tried to blame that on Maresca, and I wasn't having it from the start. Like last season, he had more shots per game than he did under Pochettino. Shout out to Jimmy Spliff because he's the one that found that stat. He was also the third highest shot taker in the Premier League. But Chelsea fans are going to tell you that Maresca didn't platform him in a way to get the best out of him. No, this brother was shooting and missing. And like, we know Cole Palmer's level. No one's going to debate that. Play to your level. And in the Premier League, he ain't done that, but in the odd game or two for a year now. And sorry, look, what pissed me off the most about the Man City game was the off-the-ball stuff. The laziness when it came to pressing your man, especially when they're right near you, looking disinterested, hogging the ball, ignoring runners around you. That's the sort of shit I criticize Neto for. And Neto has negative IQ, not you. So I'm not having that from Palmer. Too many people wanted to, if I put one tweet about it, it's like, oh, you're now going against Cole Palmer because Maresca got sacked. No, he's been garbage in the Prem for a year. Fuck off. And it's okay to call him out for that because we're the same ones that were bigging him up when he was balling out in the Prem. We're the same ones that big him up and call him one of the best in the league because we know how good he can be. You can fuck off by acting like performances like that are okay. You got what you wanted. He was on the right. He had an overlapper next to him. There was other games last season where he played on the right with Gusto overlapping, like Aston Villa. And what did he do? Miss clear-cut chances. Southampton at home in the Prem last season when we won 4-0. 3 clear-cut chances over the bar. Wide. I'm not having it. But then they will try and blame it on the manager because it's easy to scapegoat him. I'm not hearing it. Third highest shots taken in the Prem. That says he's been in the position to shoot plenty of times, and that says that he's ignored runners to shoot at multiple times as well. So don't pretend that's Maresca. It's him. And he'll get himself out of it because we know how good Palmer is. But miss me with the defense. Like I'll cook any individual. There was times in 17-18 where I was cussing out Hazard for over dribbling in situations and ignoring runners. Anyone can get it. Palmer too. So yeah, it's deserved.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I like Lewis, man. He stays on business. You know what I'm saying? You stay on business. Anyone can get it. They're trying to give the Cole Palmer the star boy thing, but when it's Saka, they want to cuss him. This is what I don't like about football these days. And all fan bases have a level of this. Well, Saka has been playing as bad as Palmer. Saka's been rubbish this season. Let me just say that right now.
Both our fans have got to just... Both of us got to wait till our players hit form, innit? We're not doing anything for us to be throwing digs at each other.
But I'm with you, yeah. You can't gas me a player, and then when he's not playing to that level, I'm not right to criticize. If he's of that level, which I'm not even saying that Saka's not a top player, because he's a top player. Palmer's a top player. Top players get the harshest criticism when they fall off because you look at them as talisman. You look at them as like, yo, they're the leaders by performances. There's leaders that are verbal. There's leaders with performances. There's certain players. If you're going to put them in certain conversations, then we have expectations. This is why, do you remember when we had a conversation that said, yo, your fan base will go crazy about Ødegaard? I'm like, yo, Ødegaard, the talent is there. But before you start talking about him and Lamine Yamal, Yamal has got the consistency. You get me? And I ain't seen Ødegaard have the consistency. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't agree.
All I was saying with that was like, just say Ødegaard dunked on him 1v1. I would just keep that and run with it. Because at least that happened. It could be a bit shameless about it. But if we want to talk about the levels of both of them, look, 1 year. 1-2 years. You got a whole World Cup 2026 coming up. If you want to make a big ass statement, then leave it to that.
Yeah, bro. Like, but this got way too exciting. I'm just like, yo, bro. Like, everyone can see talent. Like, we can see that Ødegaard's a baller. We can see that Cole Palmer's a baller. Yeah, everybody rates Lavia, and Lavia's another one, bro. If he keeps getting injured, or the long-term injuries, and stuff
it's nearly 3 months, and we don't have a time frame.
Yeah,
I don't know when he's coming back. He went onto the pitch against Karabag, AstroTurf, got injured in 10 minutes. Not been seen since. We don't know nothing.
Yeah. You can't have passengers like this, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? He's starting to look to me like the Chelsea Diaby. When Diaby was on it, baller. Problem is, wasn't on it enough. Weren't available enough. And that's the thing with football, bro. Like you can be the greatest player
because you were waiting for that physicality in midfield, just like we're waiting for the physicality in midfield. We've struggled with so many physical teams in December, and if I had one Romeo Lavia in there, I'm not even worrying too much about the midfield battle and the rotation. But we're 2 years of just waiting for Lavia. I get why people are frustrated. But it's another catch-22 because I don't think he's going to be injury-prone his entire career. And whatever club he lands at, they're going to land with a fucking gem. I remember how fucking good Lavia is when he plays. When it comes out breaking out of the first phase of play into build-up, he is the best in the league bar Rodri when it comes to it. And that's why I still believe, but you don't see him. It's genuinely a mirage now. This brother turns up literally for a Liverpool game and then gone. You know what? You're probably correct. There is too many similarities. There is too many similarities. You know that. Well, we've got our own army. The fuck.
The thing is, yeah, like the Chelsea aura of being underdogs at time to win trophies and still win it is still there. Once that goes, like the Man United had that, but then it went. You know what I'm saying? Once that goes, it's like, what do you have left? Do you know what I'm saying? Your club just starts losing its identity slowly. I mean, I talk about Man United. To be fair to Man United, in their demise, they're still winning more trophies than Arsenal. They're still winning Europa Leagues. Ten Hag still won 2 trophies. Mourinho won a Europa. They're still winning stuff, but it's not of the same level, is it? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, I can't lie. Man saying Lavia's worth waiting for. That's true, but there's going to come a time where it's like, yo, bro, can't lie. Listen, it's just not working anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just not working anymore. So it's one of them ones, bro. Here's
the one thing where I'll get some Maresca criticism too, though, because he could have played him in the 6 a lot more. We never saw that enough. We never saw enough of that rotation. Enzo's been like dragged through the whole season, and that might have helped us a bit. Like I know Leeds, we played him in the 6. He wasn't good there. But then that was kind of it for the rest of the month, really, other than 10 shifts because we didn't have the rotation. So that's the one other thing I'd say. Because I've seen Santos' performance against Man City. You could have shown me that a little bit more. But we never got to play him in the 6 enough times. And that's one of the things where Maresca could have shown a bit more trust.
Fair enough. What do you make of Arsenal? Obviously, City drawing to you guys last minute. Enzo completely unmarked. I can't lie. That game, I'll be real with you. Like, City had so many opportunities to score. Haaland hitting the post. Mm-hmm. He had a patch in the game where he had so many opportunities to score. There was so many opportunities to bury you guys. But then again, you guys had a lot of big chances to bury them as well. Obviously, they dropped points. Arsenal beat Bournemouth. How do you look at my squad? How do you look at my team?
Well, you guys are still ticking on in the right way. I still don't think the performances have been amazing overall, but there has been now better performances to look at. Like Aston Villa, I didn't watch the game in general, but that's a statement result. For a team that's been unbeaten in 11 games, you didn't just beat them, you beat the piss out of them. That's a great statement. One thing, and I don't have to say this to you because I already know you know this, but man, I think in the seasons now, like in the driving seat and everything, you guys have been here before. Like I hear the whole stuff about it's a different Arsenal and everything. It's like I've heard it all. I really have just heard it all. And I'm not that moved because I have to see it. This could be your year. It really could be, but 6 points is not a crazy turnaround. That is 1 loss and 2 or 3 draws, or just 2 defeats. That could change very quickly. Now, you guys got Liverpool. I see a draw, personally. I think that game is going to be boring as sin because we know what Arteta's like in those big 6 games. He's always a bit more defensively minded. And Slot basically is playing not to lose games. So I just think both of you are going to cancel each other out. I could see a 0-0 or a 1-1. And maybe City capitalize and that 6 points turns into 4. Suddenly it's now 1 loss and 1 draw. there's still a lot to play for you guys. But that's not me. Well, obviously I'm going to be an op. You already know where it is, but season's not over. You're halfway through. You're not in that much of a driving seat yet. If you were at 9 double digits, Fez, I get it. That's a lot to turn over. You still could, but I get why Arsenal fans would move giddy. 6 points right now ain't enough.
No, I hear it, man. Bro, the thing is, though, the goals that were conceded by Liverpool, if we play the way that we played against the Spurs or the way that we played against Bayern, we can definitely win that game, in my opinion. The goals they conceded against Fulham, spacing behind, high line, do you know what I'm saying? If we play that kind of football, the thing is with my team, I never know what kind of Arsenal I'm going to get. I can either get the Arsenal that perform against Sunderland or the Arsenal that perform against Spurs and Bayern and Atletico. So I never really know what we're going to see. I think if we go at them, the fact that sometimes they do commit too many players forward, we can be dangerous. There's Martinelli there. But at the same time, we need to get our striker. We need to get some service to Gyökeres. I'm kind of sick and tired of saying the same thing. The manager doesn't want to change his system. I don't think it was a signing that he preferably wanted. He lacks the Jesuses and Havertz that are going to try and do the link up thing. But I think we could beat Liverpool. I think we could beat Liverpool. It just depends how we play.
I don't think Scott's going to go in there with an incentive to win. Like, obviously you'll have your outlets and everything, but ain't Ekitike still out? Isak still out? There's no Salah. This brother's just going to take the point and run with it. First half is going to be the most horrible thing going, and if there's still a draw by then, just going to take the draw and run with it. I really don't think there's going to be a lot to talk about coming out of that game. It could be in a midweek, the only game on Thursday. It screams a forgettable result.
I hear that because Salah's in the quarterfinals now, isn't it, of the AFCON, so he's not available. Yeah. I think they play on the 10th or something. And then Ekitike is a doubt. I heard he's a doubt, but the fact that he's a doubt, he probably ain't even fit. And then flipping Isak's out injured. So yeah, I hear that. It all depends. Like, big up Omar for the raid and everyone that's joined from Omar's channel. Big up to Omar, man. You know what I mean? My Barca jersey. I went and got the Barca shirt, innit? I went to the shop with Lee. I got the Barca shirt, innit? I even got the cologne.
How are we? You're now double the op, man. Fuck's sake.
Wait, did I show you? Wait, I didn't even show you. Hold on, I'm showing everybody my shirt.
Well, yeah, I've got something for him too, bro.
Wait. All the Chelsea man in the chat, you never disrespect my guy Yamal again, innit? Don't ever put some respect on my guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get me?
Now, you know what I got, though, bruv? I got the greatest number 7 in Real Madrid history, bruv. Man like Eden, bro. Out there, chill.
This guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Don't ever talk about Esteban in the same conversation.
Is that the matches you won?
Yeah? Just relax. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the matches you won, or is that the rep?
Yeah, this one, bro, it cost me like 180, bro.
Yeah, I could tell, bro, because it's thinner on the sides.
Yeah, it's got like the badges and that. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? It's
here's hoping we get Barca away, man. That'll be fucking lit.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, put some respect on my name, bro. Man can't tell me I ain't won Champions League. Well, I already won Champions League by Benfica, but there you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? You talk to you know what I mean? There's
at least there's 2 teams with standards, at least.
But yeah, bro, I swear down, yeah. Like, the thing is with Arsenal, I agree with you, bro. Like, you're not even an Arsenal fan, and even Lewis is like, you know what? I see it. I believe it when I see it. Because man, no, bro. Man, no.
Bro, my whole lifetime, I've only seen you lot win 4 things. It's like, look, I'm expecting when you lot win a Prem, I'm just gonna think about fucking time. Even with the champs, I'm gonna think the same thing. About damn time you lot won it. It's been long enough. And if anything, if you win, I'm just glad I'll be able to just cope behind the world champions badge. Because if you lot won it in 22-23 and 23-24 like you were meant to, dark. That's the real dark days because we got nothing to clap back with.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, with Arsenal, it's like we're getting results, but we ain't looking convincing. There's games where we're not performing for 45 minutes. Lewis, we already know football, bro. You cannot keep getting results playing for 45 minutes, bro. You can't be getting dominated in the first half and then thinking that you're going to change it around in the second half. You can't be having your your top goal scorer for the last couple of seasons for Arsenal, Saka, dying out, getting fatigued, and think that he's going to be able to save us because he ain't been able to save us in the past. And he looks, bro, I can't even lie. Did you see when Lewis Dunk caught up to him, bro, the other day? He was through on goal. Lewis Dunk caught up to him. Lewis Dunk. I said,
that sounds like my uncle.
Bro, I said, yo, this guy, we've been saying that this guy, bro, he's finished not because he doesn't have ability. He's finished because of the management. I saw the way that the difference is, with Maresca. One thing I liked, he didn't rush Cole Palmer back. We rush Saka back at every opportunity. Then we say, yeah, you can go represent England. Then you come back. Then we play you in. Even when we rest him, we bring him on in the 70th minute. Bro, if you're going to rest the player, rest the player.
This is why Esteban ain't getting a lot of minutes, by the way, right? This is exactly what. Oh, I'm going to show you this chart quickly. I always bring this up just because, this is exactly why Esteban is not getting week in, week out starts. This is before the age of 18, the amount of minutes that he's played compared to Endrick, Vinny, Neymar, Ronaldo, and Ronaldinho. He has played basically started every game for Palmeiras going into the World Cup without a break. That's 17 turning into 18. Stupid amount of minutes for his age. And we know when you play a ton of minutes early, you decline early. So that's why you're barely seeing Esteban. And I don't mind that because there is a fucking star in there that I don't want us to run into the ground too early. I really don't.
Nor should you have to. That's the thing. Nor should you have to, because even as much as big as the talent is, he should still be the understudy to somebody else anyway. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be putting the pressure on him anyway, because Messi was the understudy to Ronaldinho. So you got to wait your turn.
Though, he's not only my best right winger, he's my best left winger as well. And Palmeiras fans told me don't play him on the left. It's fucking dark, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, for me, bro, I just feel like we're not getting the best out of a lot of this team. That's my thing, and that's going to eventually catch up to us. Like, Declan Rice saved us, really and truly. We've got a defensive midfielder saving us. It's not good enough. Zubimendi, bro, that guy is mad overrated, bro. Mad overrated. The disrespect from my fan base to Partey, I cannot believe it. It's like, the guys that are ballers at times at this club, it's like these men will rather, like, put their flag on this on players that ain't good enough. Martinelli inconsistent. I already knew it's going to be inconsistent. Madueke inconsistent. Already knew it's going to be inconsistent. Gyökeres is looking like a joke. He's a limited player. So is Aubameyang. Why could we get Aubameyang firing? Why can't we get Gyökeres firing? It's not like this manager was getting Aubameyang dropping in false nine and linking up play. I don't care if the striker is limited as long as he scores goals. This guy's supposed to be very good at scoring goals. Give him the service. I don't care about everything else. I don't care. It's
they talk about him like he's fucking Lukaku. Not Lukaku. We actually bagged Werner. They're talking about how he creates space for other players. How he drags 4 or 5 players with him to create space for someone else to score a goal. Like just off the ball work and stuff. It's like, look, you do this when you're talking about a player that you believe in that's playing like trash. I remember man used to do this about Havertz and Mount and Gallagher and Chilwell. We'd all talk about the intangibles off the ball, and it's lovely. Football's played with your feet and the football. What are you doing with it? If you're not doing anything with it, you're not good. Or you're not playing to a level that you should be playing, especially when you're at the top of the league. And yeah, you're top of the league still, so it only matters to a point. But I guarantee if you don't win the league, nearly every eye is looking at Gyökeres and saying, you told me you get a striker, you're winning the league. Why have you not won the league? But he's on 5 goals in the Prem this season.
I think
he's just won. So I think it's 7 in all comps. I might be wrong, but the fact is,
7 in all comps, yeah.
This guy won an award at the Ballon d'Or for the most goals in Europe, and he's on 7. Either he's overrated to fuck, or Arteta is killing his name off by the week. And I actually don't know which one. It could be a combination of both, because I don't rate Arteta, and right now I got no reason to rate Gyökeres. He looks like everything Lukaku was at Chelsea. Just like a square peg in a round hole that could go round, but it don't want to go round.
Nah, do you know what it is, yeah? Big up to Yasser for the raid. Big up to my G Yasser. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I think it's a combination of both, bro. But do you know what it is? Yeah, with a striker, bro, we set up for the start of the season. We're playing 3 DMs in the midfield. When a striker comes to the Prem, you need to give him a clear. You need to play to his strengths. You need to make it as easy as possible. Why didn't we start off playing Eze in the 10? Why? No, we want to play 3 DMs. Then you're playing Ødegaard in the 10. Then sometimes you're playing Eze in the 10. He's never played with these players. Players need to build chemistry. Football's not just, we could see it with Liverpool. You can't just throw players in and think, oh, well, everything's going to work out. You need a level of chemistry. There was no chemistry, bro. We were doing this in preseason. We started the season, we did it. We looked rubbish against Man United. We were rubbish against Liverpool, Man City. We're defensive. We're not playing into his strengths. Only when he played against, what was it, Leeds, he got a bag of goals. He's been getting goals in batches. He played well against Burnley, and then he got injured. Fair enough. It is what it is. But, bro, like, at the end of the day, yeah, we haven't also given him the platform to kick on. Now Ødegaard's back. We know what Ødegaard's going to do. He's not going to play the passes fast enough. There was a lot of times where he's in position. We're making Gyökeres either drift to the left or drift to the right. Most of the times he's dropping in deep just to receive the ball. That's not his strength. Throughout the whole season, I've seen this guy consistently run off the shoulder of the defender, point into his feet, pass me the ball. What do? Hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball. By the time he's either offside or the defender's now closed the angle. Well, it gets to a point where the striker's like, yo, what's the fucking point? Why am I running? I'm running for no reason. I ain't receiving the ball.
Gyökeres got to leave, you know. I'll be so real.
Oh,
that's a system thing. That's clearly a tactical instruction. So you've just brought in a guy that just don't suit the way that you play. And then it's like, well, what was the point? Like that's something you gotta cut your losses on because you're just wasting time. Both of them, like Gyökeres is 28, he ain't gonna get any better or change the way that he is. What you see is what you get. I didn't think it comes to this to a point because like Gyökeres seemed like a very transitional player. I didn't think he'd do well in a team like Arsenal that never really plays on the transition. But it should not be to this effect. And if it's to this effect, yeah. Send him. You need to find another striker. Which, wow, the fact that you're in this position, Berta, for as good of a window that you've had, he needs to step to the stage. And a lot of people don't want to bring that conversation up. And I get there's been some good moves. Like you've sorted out your defensive depth to a level where it's like Thanos level. Cool, I hear all of that. Zubimendi, good signing, still has with his deficiencies, but there is some good in him as well. I don't know if I'm missing too much on that, but Gyökeres and that's Eze. To be honest, that's another question. If with what's happening with Eze actually, I want to know about that one. What is that? That flies under the radar a lot. Actually, he barely plays for you anymore.
I don't know. Like this
is the
guy.
I might have to properly step to the stage at the summer. I'll be so real.
Do you know what? I don't even think it's better, bro. I don't even think it's, bro. At the end of the day, yeah, this manager is the one that's got to go. Because Gyökeres ain't been here stinking it out for 6 years. Neither's Berta. Do you get what I'm saying? It's been this manager.
Just the complete elephant in the room, you know? Fair enough. Fair enough.
You get me? So he's got to go, bro. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, it's like, bro, Berta's come from a team where he's won major honours. Gyökeres has come from a team where he's won the league title. What's Arteta done? Been a backup dancer, putting out cones and bibs for Pep, doing nothing. Basically, just running around putting cones and bibs out. You're the problem. You're the problem, bro. Do you get me? I don't even think it's everybody else. I can't lie to you. As much as I don't think Zubimendi's all of that. The club already decided they wanted to get rid of Partey. So he had to go and get a replacement. Cool. I'm not saying all of Berta's signings have been amazing, but he went and got Eze. Eze is still the guy that scored us a hat-trick against Spurs. You get what I'm saying? Gyökeres is obviously...
Yeah, I'd hate to even say, Tottenham tax is insane, man. Bro, we passed them around like a zoo. Like, I don't even flex
against Bayern. His assist against Bayern for the Martinelli goal. His goal against Crystal
Palace. That was class. And the City one. The City one was good too.
You get what I'm saying?
He's done with his moments, but it's just like, what's happened now? That's what I want to know.
But why do all our players, no matter who we get, they all start systematically playing the same way as the players that we criticize? Why? The system, bro. The system. Do you get what I'm saying? The system doesn't allow it. He doesn't allow it.
I actually can't argue that one. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Look, I've seen games, I agree with you, Lewis, I've seen games where Eze's looked as bad as Ødegaard. But why? Is there any runners? Is anyone pushing forward? Is anyone trying to put the team to the sword? Are we moving the ball around? Is there anybody else to carry the ball? No, we're doing the same thing. So we have the same issues. The thing is, when I do see runners, a lot of times Eze is way more proactive than Ødegaard because he's actually come from a team where he's been able to express that and actually look for runners. The thing is, we're inconsistent at doing that. Look at the way we got dominated by you in the first half, bro. That was embarrassing, bro. And then this manager continues to think that.
Why I like talking to you, because you're honest about it. You're the only one that hasn't spoken about a 1-1 win, you know that. And your fan base talk about that draw more than we do. We've forgotten about all the shit that's gone on the last month. Or it's 1-1 win, 1-1 wins. And no, we just were surprised we played like that against champions elect. Like, I came out of the ground that day and I thought, Arsenal League tough. Again, I am so not worried. There was a little part of me that thought, damn, this might be there yet. Nah. You play like that, 10 men. You should have ripped the shit out of us. I forget. City will turn up. Whenever they wake up, they do. But sorry, I think I stopped your train of thought. My bad.
No, bro. It is what it is. And you know why they do it. Because that's how you get the most traction being an Arsenal supporter. You got to gas up everything and not talk about everything else. I keep telling people, certain people telling me, oh, North, all you do is spend the whole day complaining about Arsenal. Bro, I've got 21 years full of complaints. What do you think I'm going to do? What do you think I'm going to do? I don't want to do it. I don't want to complain. But at the end of the day, as much as I see my fan base saying, oh, but we're top of the Champions League, we're top of the league table, I don't give a fuck. Be top in May, bro. Be top in May. Don't tell me this like we've never done this before. We've done this before. We've done this before. We were the team that was going up against Leicester. And what did we do? Bottle it. We were the team that was supposed to get top 4 a couple of seasons ago. Tottenham pipped us to it. We were the team that were 8 points clear, playing amazing football. Let me just say this. People think I never give Arteta any props. The football we played 22-23 season, all we needed was a sprinkle of this type of pragmatic football. We would have won the league, bro. We would have won the league. But what were we doing? This manager's either gun-ho all the time or he's defensive all the time. He doesn't know how to merge both. I keep saying this. If Arteta can mix the way we played 22-23 with the way that we play now, we can win the league. We can win the league because we've got pragmatic players, we've got a good defense, but we've also got players that if you let them express themselves, can do damage. But instead, what do we have? We have Ethan that was playing really well last season with microwave minutes coming off the bench, being effective. This is why when man saying,
"Oh, on loan," by the way, sorry to break it,
bro. This is what I'm saying, Lewis. Yeah. Lewis, I'm going to ask you a question. People talk about how direct Madueke is. In your opinion, I'm just going to ask your opinion. I don't know where you're going to go with it. Who's the better player to play on the right, Ethan or Madueke?
Ethan. Because I think with Noni, my thing is Noni is an amazing dribbler. I've never taken that side of his game out. I wouldn't even necessarily call Noni shit like I'd call Havertz shit. But Noni will get to the ball and then his decision-making will let him down. Or his execution will let him down 9 times out of 10. And I haven't seen that change at Arsenal. He looks like the exact same player for the positives and the negatives. Wanyeri has got more time to develop his craft, learn from playing in the Premier League and become a better player. And I also think, like, from what I've seen, there's already creativity in that kid. A great low center of gravity to work with too. And Saka seems more of a playmaker to me than anything else. So you kind of get a decent replacement with him in Saka, whereas with Noni, you're getting a different type of player. So I'm just going to keep running at you fast and constantly trying to be direct with the ball. Whereas Saka, I think, sometimes he'll try shoot. Sometimes he's looking for a cross. Sometimes he's looking for a cutback. Don't really know what you're going to get with him. There's an air of unpredictability. I think you get that with Wanyeri as well.
Thank you. Ethan's a better finisher. He showed it last season. And this is coming on with 10 minutes. Sometimes coming on with 8 minutes. This is what I'm saying, bro. So when man are telling me, oh, yo, but Madueke is direct, well, so is Ethan, but he's a better finisher. Because when you put him in front of goal, more time he'll bury it. Madueke, bro, this guy, I think he scored 1 good goal that I saw this season. This guy is
when we were linked to Wanyeri, I was like, run me that. I don't even know if he'll start for me, but he'll get more game time than Arteta will do. Yeah, run me Wanyeri. I'll be sitting. If you don't want to join us, we've got the maddest Conference League charge for you at Strasbourg. You can pluck your trade there, go win a trophy, learn what it's like to win, and then come join the Chelsea. But now you've kept him, and I've just thought, why did he make that choice? You've seen Arteta is giving you no minutes. What makes you think being loyal is going to get you any more minutes? And he's sitting there just rotting.
Bro, same with Skelly. And you know the argument I get? Oh, but they're young. Well, hold on. Last season, when Skelly was getting bare minutes because Calafiori was injured, all you man will wax a lyrical about my manager. I got Skelly called up to the England squad. So look at what Skelly doing. Maybe he's one of the best left backs in the league. So, bro, you can't tell me a player's young, yeah? But when Saka broke into the team young under Unai, but that's what young players do. If you can hold down your position, you play well. That's how you kick on. Of course, you have to manage their minutes. Of course, I've been talking about managing Saka's minutes. But Skelly would have never got the hype he got last season if he didn't get the opportunity. So if you're cool when Saka gets the minutes and you're cool when Skelly gets the minutes, no problem about age. Why is there a problem about age? Because last time I checked, no Arsenal fan had an issue when Theo Walcott at flipping 17 years old was getting called up to the England squad and starting for Arsenal and getting games for Arsenal. Nobody had an issue.
Against us in the Carling Cup final that season. I remember that. You were on to us the first 20.
Thank you. Nobody cared about the age of 10, bro. Nobody cared about age. Nobody cared about the age of Fabregas coming through just below the Invincibles and then coming through and then representing. Nobody cared about age then. We've had bare young players before. Even Aaron Ramsey coming through as well and playing a lot of games for us when he was young. Nobody cared about age. But now all of a sudden we have to listen to age. Fuck off. If you're good enough, you're good enough. Because if that was the same narrative that they put on Dowman, look, Dowman was one that he's like 60. I'm like 16, 17. I'm like, yo, I'm not even saying he has to start. What I'm saying is, why is he getting 0 minutes? Why is he getting 0 minutes? Why? Why is Ethan not getting more minutes? Because based on what he was doing last season with Wenger, there was a clear pathway to the first team. We play you in the cups. When you perform in the cups, we go straight to Wilshere was another one. Thank you. Wilshere was another one. In the cups, if you perform, we try you out in the Prem. If you do it in the Prem, you get more minutes. Bro,
why is Adebayor was another one because he played in that final. That final was specifically like the narrative going into it. I remember it's the first season I was watching Chelsea. The narrative was like we were going in with our billions and billions, and you lot were solely playing the academy. You weren't even playing your first teamers in the final. Henry weren't playing. I don't think your starting centre-backs were playing. I think it was literally an 11 of like youth players. You had Ali Adier, you had Adebayor, you had Denilson, you had Theo Walcott, you had Senderos. He was depth for you at the time. I think Justin Hoyt, Almunia. That was your starting 11. And you played it against like the Chelsea elite, Shevchenko and Drogba and them, man. And you were cooking us. That first half, you were lighting us apart. It was Arsenal chance after Arsenal chance after Arsenal chance. You lot nearly won it with the youth. Yeah, Diaby as well, another one. I think he was one of the guys that got a red. You know, that big ass like fucking handbag thing at the end. two of you guys got sent off. Mikel got sent off for us.
Nah, bro, this is what I'm saying, man. So it's like I just don't like these little narratives, that are just bullshit, bro. Because it's like there's bare players that like when Wilshere cooked against Barcelona, Wenger didn't say, "Oh, yo, Wilshere cooked against Barcelona. Now he's got a whole bench. He's getting no minutes." That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, I'm just not really hearing it. When Alex Song took over after we got rid of Fabregas, and then eventually got his move to Barca, he got rewarded minutes, bro. But this manager sees players and he still don't understand Martinelli's better through the middle. Still doesn't understand that Saka's better on the left. Saka on the left is a very different player to when he's on the right. Very different, way more direct.
I can imagine you can be a lot more direct because you're just always on your strong foot.
Yeah, I'm saying, but he's just like, when he's on the right, it's like, it's stagnant, bro. It's just mad stagnant. And it's the thing, like, at the end of the day, all of this will mean nothing, what I'm saying, if we win the league, innit? But go win me the league. Go win me the league. That's all it is. Like, for me, I just can't believe in this manager, bro, until he delivers. I'm sorry. I believe it when I see it with this manager. I'm sorry. You've let me down way too many times. 22, 23, I was this close to believing because we were playing that well. But at the end of the day, what do we have to show for it? So tactically, for me, I just look at things logically. My team tactically do not do well against managers that are tacticians in the Champions League. I actually think that we have no chance of winning the Champions League. I'm just going to keep it 100 because I just feel like when you're resorting to long throw-ins in the Champions League against PSG, that tells me that you've hit your ceiling tactically. You didn't show me anything of the game. You can lose a game, but show me something tactically that I can say, do you know what? This guy actually tried something. It didn't work out, but he's always thinking in different ways to undo the opposition. Tactically, Hansi Flick, Enrique, these managers in Europe, they got Arteta's number, in my opinion. I think he's going to get done in the Champions League. Go for the Prem. You see the inconsistencies of Man City, and I don't want to hear no excuses from Arsenal fans. Right now, Vardio's out, Ruben Diaz is out. I don't want to hear nothing about injuries, bro. Because if they come back from 6 points behind with two of their centre backs injured, I don't want to hear nothing about injuries, bro. I don't want to hear nothing.
Not even the Premier League. You guys should have no excuse not to win the Carabao. If you guys are so much better than us, like with Man City's injuries, they are not going to take the Carabao seriously. They're just going to say, fuck that. We've got a Premier League to focus on that we can still win. Am I going to risk more injuries by playing my first team in the Carabao? No. They're going to play a Newcastle side that will treat that like their Champions League semi-final because that's what that trophy is to them. They'll get knocked out. So it could be Newcastle Arsenal in that final. If you lot don't win the Carabao, that's crazy. Same way for like us, but we don't have a manager. We got Liam Rosenior, and I don't know what to expect from Liam Rosenior. Arteta should be dealing with that. And if Arteta doesn't deal with that, that's crazy. That is insane. So forget even the Premier League. You've already got one thing you need to prove, that you're taking the cup seriously now. You have to win that Carabao.
I hear it. How long do you give Liam Rosenior?
I don't know, because I don't know what to deal with him. Just win games. Don't get knocked out. You know what? Yeah, don't get knocked out of both cups in the first week. That'll be a good start.
Now, forget this season. I'll be real with you. I don't think you man are doing anything this season, in my opinion, with this manager right now.
The question is, like, does he even make it to next? That's why the 6-year contract don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. We gave Lewis Hall a 7-year contract, sold him to Newcastle a week after. Jackson got a 7-year contract. He got an extension to it, and now he's at Bayern and he don't want to come back. It don't mean nothing. So, like, if you ask me how long I'm giving him, because if we fail, I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at the sporting directors and Iqbali that have fucked up another season. I genuinely look at Rosenior, and to me, he's transparent. I see through him. I don't care. You're there. Do something for me to notice you. Because right now, I just think we've gone from Maresca, a world champion manager, to whatever this is. I'll support you. I ain't going to be against him from minute one. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking through you. I don't care. Because if it fails, it's not your fault. You might talk about games in isolation and say it's on you, but you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. You've got a good opportunity that I respect that you're taking, and you might prove us all wrong. I really hope you do, but from winning a World Cup and you bring me another project, and I'm not asking for top 4 now, I'm asking for a title charge. Obviously, we're not doing it this season, but that's the expectation for future seasons. Title charge. Am I meant to seriously look at Liam Rosenior and say, I demand you bring me a title charge? You got to show me that you can even perform at that level. And if not, sporting directors and Iqbali. There's no point looking at him. I could even be Rosenior out and I won't care. I just won't care because they'll just bring me another project.
Would you have done the caretaker thing and then gone for maybe a Xavi or somebody like that? That's one stuff. Would you have done that?
Yeah, till the end of the season with no guarantees, probably. Like, I just wouldn't have let Maresca gone and given him the players that he had asked for. Then there'd be no excuses. If we're here where we are now and Maresca got everything he wanted, everybody, myself included, is justified to be against Maresca because you got everything you wanted. I can't have that. And now you're bringing in Rosenior. Am I meant to believe the squad's even suited for him? He's come in and the first thing he's asked for is transfers. The first thing. You know what? Big up to you for that. That's actually 1 point for you. I'll give you a point for that. You've come in and said, no, I'll help you, but you got to help me in this window as well. If that pushes us to get a good transfer or two, I will give all that credit to Rosenior. That'll be the first thing. But yeah, you're not my focus. The manager ain't my focus anymore. The people up above.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. Lewis, I know you ain't got a lot of time. I'm going to carry on. Whenever you need to jump off, it's calm, bro. But
I got another 10, 15 or something.
I can't lie to you, bro. Like, your team is just mad. Like, I see your squad doing well against big teams. I see certain things. It's just like there's little things to do. Man United, I mean, at least you got some sort of a basis. Man United look completely lost stylistically. Yeah, they got a couple of good players. They're still not really winning much. Yeah, I'm saying at least you're not that bad. You know, financially, you're not in a bad position. You still got assets that you can sell. I know your team's constantly looking at assets, but you're still in a better position than that. Your team, you know what I mean? It still has an identity. Look at the way you lot played against Man City without your manager alone. You know, you still got a good
project aside, with like long term, I don't worry about Chelsea, genuinely. But what could make me start worrying is the constant years of stagnation in between that. Because that's what causes you to not take advantage of your rivals being in a bad situation. And it also just allows you to just like let other teams in or to let other teams make the gap even bigger with you. That's where my problem is. This season was a great chance to do that. We haven't done it. Now you've brought in an unproven manager. The best thing he's done is get Strasbourg into the Conference League. That's all he's done, and like Hull into the playoffs. And he's done well at both of those teams for the level that both of those teams are at. But I've got nothing to go off. Maresca was lucky that he came from Poch. Poch was trash. So I could look at you and be like, all right, cool. It can't be worse. Fresh slate. Now I look at Rosenior, I'm thinking, all right, it can get worse. Absolutely can get worse. So, shit, I'm worried about that. But if that's the case, I'm not looking at you. Shouldn't be here.
Nah, it's mad, bro. It's mad. I'm there laughing, yeah. End of the season, Arsenal don't win a trophy, bro. We'll be looking for a manager. You know what infuriates me, yeah? With my club, the difference. There's been so many top managers that we could have got in the time that we're persistent with this guy. The only thing, yeah, the only way that this will make it worth it for me, I've already said this once. If we win a Champions League this season, this has all been worth it because my club has never won it. If all of this was to win a Champions League, is the only way I go, do you know what? Mikel Arteta, you deserve a statue. You're the first manager to bring me a Champions League. And that's the biggest thing that we get slapped up about is you guys have no European heritage. Yeah? This is the thing. I'm not against, yeah? I'm not against praising this manager. But I'm against praising people and players and managers and putting them on a pedestal before they've actually achieved it. That is what I'm against. I am not going to rate you up there with the time. Wenger got 10 years, yeah, because the previous 10 years afforded him with the amount of success, FA Cups, league titles, trophies, that allowed him to build a certain level of time where we're like, okay, maybe you can turn it around. This manager's getting 6 years off the back of what? Off the back of what we got rid of Wenger for. Sorry, mate, FA Cup ain't good enough to save your job. This is what doesn't make sense to me. FA Cup's not good enough for Wenger, club legend, but FA Cups are okay to buy this manager 6 years. That don't make no sense to me, bro. The standard doesn't change.
Your fan base are like, they are generational when it comes to narratives. And like the way they manage to spin things, like it is incredible. It's to a point where I'm near impressed. But what you guys do is because You're completely out of the banter era anymore, and you've gone from a period where you never won Big Six games to never losing Big Six games. Now that I genuinely think that's enough for a good section of your fan base. You're not getting bullied every single week because your team is the one that wins the majority of the Big Six matches. You've got one loss in the last 3 or 4 years in Big Six games. I think after the Liverpool one, it was that 4-1 against Man City. I think that's enough for a lot of the fans. When you lot beat us 5-0, I remember a lot of Arsenal fans on social media, they were saying, this one was for all the kids that had to go to school after the 6-0. And that's what it is now. Like, you're not that anymore. And I think that's what gives Arteta a lot more, like, leeway. You win the derbies, you win all the grudge matches, you win all the little battles. But we know the problem is you don't win the war.
So I'm saying, bro, this is why I got a fat ass Colombian thing that I'm smashing right now, bro, because I need some happiness in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you,
good over there, man.
Wait, every time, yeah, Lewis here makes me laugh. Every time these guys lose to Man United, you just see him billing a big one. I'm like, yo, he deserves
you know what
that.
He said every time we lose to Man United because we never fucking beat Man United at their ground.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, you need these things in your life, bro. Like, man had to just rag out the thing, bro.
Every time we're in a game, I have got the zoo on the side. I don't never.
What, is it already built? Did you already bill it?
Yeah, bro. It's the only thing that gets me through over the last month. It's jarring. And the worst part is I just went to bat for the team and said, you know what? I think we can go the distance in the title race. We're past our banter era. Manager sacked in a month and we're bringing in fucking Rosenior. All right, man. Yeah, big up.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's like I don't even work.
But this is the thing, yeah. That's you, yeah, with your club winning everything. Look at all the medals behind you. Look at all the medals on the scarf.
I just got the Super Cup one as well. We've fully completed the set.
This guy, look at now he's smiling. Look at
remembering the good days, man.
Man's got all the Infinity Stones, yeah. Still saying, do you get me? And it's like, do you know what, yeah, Lewis, yeah? You're very blessed as a football fan to have witnessed your club win everything and a lot of big honors multiple times. Like, as an Arsenal fan, I know that I am very lucky that I've got to witness seeing Arsenal win 3 Premier Leagues. I am very blessed because certain other fans haven't even seen us win one. You know what I'm saying? But you especially, yeah, being able to see your club win everything, more than likely, a lot of times you either got to be a Bayern fan, a Barca fan, a Real Madrid fan. You know what I'm saying? To kind of see
even
those
then, you got to be like bare old. It's like, yo, even the conference. You see us win a conference,
bro. Don't open up no more trophies, bro. That's it. These guys just gonna.
Well, one more FIFA tournament. What's the conference version of the World Cup? They turned the old one into the Europa version, the Intercontinental Cup. I want to know what happens if we end up winning that. How do you fit both of those badges onto the same shirt? So one's going to look hella out of place.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man.
That's some crazy discussions to have, though. PSG nearly did it.
Bro, it's mad, bro. Like, bro,
Nathan,
one time
you know when we lose games, right? We get Chelsea fans that try to talk down the World Cup, and it drives me fucking insane. Like, you can be as anti-Clear Lake, anti-Maresca, whatever you want. When you start talking down the achievements that your own institution achieved, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, and you're just proving that it's all about the agendas. Those trophies are trophies, man. There are levels to it, but we are not going to sit here and talk down a FIFA World Cup. Not hearing that. Unless it doesn't matter if England bring it home. If we're going to run that one.
Deji called it the Holiday Cup.
Bro, you can't even get into the club. You know, when you guys got knocked out by Bayern, Fabrizio dropped a tweet saying Arsenal are now officially out of the Club World Cup. They can no longer get in. It was a big statement. Fab's not gonna write that about Tottenham. Tottenham can't make the Club World. Oh, duh. Water's wet. Fucking Tottenham. Dead, you know, proper shameless.
Bro, there's an argument there that Chelsea are a bigger club. You're talking about in terms of all the trophies that they've won. There's an argument there, bro. Like, I think City are 3 prems away from us. 3 prems. Bro, when I grew up, these men weren't even nowhere near the conversation, bro. These men are in the second league, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Chelsea, you know we're level for major honours.
Huh?
You know we're actually level for major honours. Community Shields, Interfairs Cup, because that's not a UEFA trophy. Some Arsenal fans tried to run it, but it was not run by UEFA or FIFA. You take away the Interfairs Cup and the Community Shields from both teams, we're at 30-30. And we've got a bigger range. So it's already dark. That's why I'm saying you had better win that Carabao. Because if I win that Carabao, it's done. It's lights out. That's the only argument that Arsenal got on us. Major honours. And they're still 30-30. Man, I better win that Carabao.
Thank God I've transferred to Barca. You know what I'm saying? Because...
Yeah, we can't talk to Barca. You know them one's hands up. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's dark, man. It's dark, bro. I swear down. I've just had enough, bro. Like I said, if we don't beat Liverpool, I'm cooking this whole club. I swear down. My match reaction, I'm losing it. I don't care. Because the hype I see when we win and the expectation that these men are now trying to, oh, yeah, we had injuries, this and that. Nobody else is in the conversation. I don't want to hear it, bro. Like, do you know what it is? It's tiring, bro. I'll be real with you. It's like, it's tiring being disappointed of your club. Man see Rants here, and Rants has seen everything. Man see Rants here. I fully understand Rants because I grew up seeing what he saw. I saw their dominance. I saw their glory, and it pissed me off. I saw how great Man United were. Man United, I can't lie, they were amazing, bro. That team there, yeah, like those dickheads, if it wasn't for those dickheads, we would have had so many more prems. If it wasn't for those dickheads. I knew how good these men were. Thank God Barca was there to stop them, you know, humbling them in the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? Big up Barca. But at the same time, bro, it's like, I get it when he's just looking at it, just pissed off like, yo, this ain't the club I decided to support. And it's not. And he has the right to feel like that. Like when people come at me like, yo, North, but it's Arsenal. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't grow up in this level of Arsenal though. Like this wasn't the Arsenal I supported when I grew up. Do you get me? So like, why do I need to accept this? Why should I accept it?
Yeah. You actually have. So other ones, there's Arsenal fans who run the same thing, but they haven't seen it. They don't fully get it, but you actually get it.
Oh, it's mad. Like when you remember when you were talking about when you guys had Lampard and you guys started saying what Chelsea fans are doing it, comparing Mason Mount to Lampard and all these type of. You're like, yo, these man on crack. Like, are you stupid? I was there. I saw it.
No, Lampard was the nice one I gave you. There was also Paul Scholes and Johan Cruyff. No, I think I'm joking, bro. I gave you the nice one. Tammy Abraham was Baby Drogba 1.0.
I remember the Baby Drogba thing. Did they come back and apologize to you?
You remember Hudson-Odoi being the next Hazard?
1v1 demon.
Yeah, bro. 1920 was something, bro. That was a whole load of stupidness.
Yo, I remember you turned around.
Pulisic became the next Hazard for Project Restart.
Yeah, bro, I remember you turned around and wanted to be like, you man are sounding like fucking Arsenal fans.
Mm-hmm. Pulisic and Toe fans and Hudson-Odoi fans used to beef each other for 3 years from the bench. Nah. Neither of them were starting and they were both beefing each other. Like, what? You're both losing. Fucking Mount and Werner are playing on the left and they both stink.
Nah, bro. Yeah, that's I can't lie. Do you remember we had a conversation? I said, yo, Lewis, your fan base starting to become very, very, very Arsenal-esque in the way
we got a Garnacho Defense League. And I don't know for what. Then the brother gets an assist against Wolves and the man are on fucking TikTok talking about how he's balling out and everything. I'm like, whoa, it's fucking Garnacho. He turns up against the dead teams. Give him a Carabao, give him a Cardiff, give him a Wolves, man of the match. Give him an Everton, 5 shots over the bar. Easy bet. Give him a Newcastle, he's getting dominated by Lewis Miley at right back and he's a centre mid.
Bro, I can't lie, man. I can't lie. Your fan base, bro, like they're about to lose themselves. I'm telling you, once your fan base is gone, it's gone. Look at Man United. How many times is Rance and Saeed beefing them? They're telling them, just enjoy the atmosphere.
It's
when it gets
scary
to that,
what's happened to Man United, because that how big that club used to be when we were young. You ever expect it to be in this situation? It's crazy. These men are looking like 2010s Newcastle.
Nah, it's crazy, bro.
And that was dark back then.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. Do you know what I mean? But who have you got winning the league? Who have you got winning the league? Be honest. Who have you got winning the league?
City will turn it around. They don't need to do too much. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points in this league season.
Oh my God.
I think City see it, but it'll be like near a last day thing. Near that.
Nah, bro. I hear it, man. I hear it. Because they actually playing well. That's the thing. That's something that you can consistently do. All they were missing against you lot was that clinical edge. But they've been playing well, even in their run, even when they beat Dortmund, the way they beat Bournemouth a couple of weeks ago. Like they've actually been putting in performances and playing well. Do you know what I mean? And bro, now that Rodri's back,
not even just that. January. Like they see all their problems, they're going to rectify it. Semenyo's going to join them. Then they're going to push for Mark Guehi, and if they don't get Mark Guehi, they're going to go buy somebody else. They're going to just address all of their problems because they see the league tiles out there. And I think they're also going to sacrifice the Champions League to do it. I mean, not the Champions League, the Carabao Cup to do it. I think they're going to just throw that one in the bin, play all the youth that they can, get bopped because they will get bopped doing it, and then just charge it to the game. Which suits either of us fine, whoever makes it out of our two. But yeah, like I think they're going to put all their focus in the Prem. They'll pattern everything they need to do in January. Might have a couple hiccups, but I expect you to as well.
You reckon Pep's gone, yeah? End of the season. This is what I keep saying. Pep's gone.
No, I don't think so. I think at the end of his contract, he's gone. He'll give it one more year afterwards because City's could win the league, but I still don't think they'll be stable in like the position that City's have been in the quad season and everything. So, what was it? Fucking lost my train of thought. Yo, big up Yasser, bro.
Hey, big up.
Yeah, so he'll go for the second year. He'll stabilize them with 2 league titles and then leave. That's what I think's gonna happen. Pep's been playing his B team in Champions League because he really wants to. I don't even think it's because of that. I think you've just had to rotate at this point in the season. They had the Club World Cup in the summer as well as us. They had to rotate. What Pep fucked up with was reducing the size of his squad like that. How you got a squad of that level of quality and you just let so many players go? More fixtures, more minutes for your squad, more injuries. That got too comfortable.
But I think people are sleep. I agree with you. I think people are sleeping on that squad. I think the way that Grinders has come in, Cherky's come in, and the way that they performed. Obviously, Haaland's always a problem. Foden is showing that, you know what I mean? He can also be very effective in a lot of games. We already knew that Foden's a quality player. The improvement of certain players, even though Riley's scoring for them in the Champions League, the way that they're breaking teams down, Doku, the improvement of Doku, even against Chelsea, there were certain through balls that he played. Like he's actually become more intelligent. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not just running for running's sake. He's actually running with a purpose, and he seems a lot better. His IQ in the final third. I think the way that they've recruited. Obviously, Bernardo for me is still a player that needs to move on, but he's there right now, trying to do little gigs there, trying to do little skulls there. But I think his time is kind of done. I can't lie, bro. Like they're doing their thing. That Kusanov guy as well. Like he's a good centre back, bro. I rate him. I think he's a very good centre back. You get me? Obviously, they got a couple of injuries.
Yeah, they played him enough.
Bro, people are sleeping on City, man.
Yeah. I think I heard someone say
They're not that far away, bro.
Of Pep moaning about him not getting signings or something. Because obviously some of the injuries that he has going to be long term. They recalled that guy that they have on loan. I know he's at the AFCON. But he ain't
Yeah,
really
that
done
that
nothing.
Watford brother, he was a key player for them too. Like they got robbed halfway through the season. Yoink.
Hey, Chelsea
got the
style, innit?
fucking
Lewis,
Strasbourg
Chelsea
treat.
style, bro. Same thing we done to
Yeah,
Strasbourg. It is, yo,
Oh, fuck, in there.
it's ours now. You know what I'm saying?
That's psych. Less for the
Yeah.
4 months, bro.
Hey, Forrest got a penalty.
Forest penalty. Yeah, just seeing it now.
The goalkeeper punched someone in it when he went to catch the ball.
Down the middle. Dark.
Hey, they thought they had won the win. They were 2-0 up, but then the goals
88
offside.
minutes as well. Yo, life as a West Ham fan is pain.
So it's
I
Mike's
hope
there. I think Mike's is gone there. Mike's there.
Not in that weather, man. Ain't no way.
No, bro.
Did he go?
If he's not live, he's gone. You know the.
Yeah, he ain't live. Pissed, mate.
Hey, the next capital conflict's gonna be lit. You know what I mean?
No, Mike's is actually going to be doing our championship watch.
Hey, it's sad though.
He's gonna drop
You
another.
know, he's gonna give you the insight into the championship now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we might actually be able to send him a player or two.
Yeah, you never know, bro. You never know. But I said Millwall versus West Ham.
Yeah, so what are you feeling about the new manager, bro? I ain't even heard your opinion on the new manager, bro. What do you make of Liam?
I think it's the worst kept secret. Like, I knew that was gonna. Well, a lot of us already kind of knew that was gonna happen. Do you know what I'm saying? We knew that when we saw the sacking. That was a bit kind of caught me off guard because I thought if he was gonna get sacked more time end of the season, that's what I was thinking. And then you can go get your manager, whatever, cool. But they decided no, we'll go get the man. We'll sack him now. Do you get me? New year, new me. Let's sack him on New Year's Eve or New Year, wherever it was. You know, there was. Let's start fresh. You know what I'm saying? Bro, and they got this dodgy. And my figures here, the reason I said I'll give him to the summer is because I don't know anything about him, bro. I only watch Strasbourg here and there. And the one thing that one of the main thing I'm worried about, Lewis, I've watched some Strasbourg games where Penders is like, I watched the Palace game, and he's so far out of his box. Hey, we might not see good Sanchez no more. Yeah,
man. Like I said this to North earlier. Like the one thing we've done, we've minimized him on the ball, and now we're bringing in a manager that maximizes goalkeeper touches out of anyone in Liga. And learn quickly. Don't do that with Sanchez, man. Just get the ball, move the ball. End of.
Just kick it out like he's been doing recently. Because brother, it's dark. So I don't know enough about him to say he needs to get me X, Y, and Z. But we've kind of already seen some briefs. I think, Lewis, I don't know if you watched it because I thought you were live when some of them came out. I think Prime sent it to us where they said top 4's critical and X, Y, and Z. We kind of knew that already anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Top 4 in a deep cup run. That's the target they briefed to us.
Hey, so because they can't say win it. If he doesn't win,
if they get knocked out by Arsenal, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but this is what they do though. They can't say he has to win it because if he doesn't, then it's backtracking, innit? You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have to say go deep. If he wins it, then they're gonna say, well, that's what we expected, or we overperformed, or overachieved. Sorry. So listen, like I said, I'll give him to the end of the season to kind of give me an idea what he does. Is he making right decisions in game management? Is he trying to use the players the best, like in their best positions, the right way possible? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. And if I feel like it's a good fit and we're performing way better, whatever it is, then you can say, you know what? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he can get a bit longer. But if he turns out to be great, like, do you get what I'm saying? And it works out, fair enough. You know what it is for me, Lewis, as well, yeah? It's weird because I feel like it's like that 2 steps forward, 1 step. What is it called? 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
1 step forward, 2 back.
Because we were in the same position with Maresca. The only thing you could say is he won the championship, whatever. I knew a Leicester City fan at work, yeah, like an older gentleman. He was telling me all about his football and all of that, yeah. But with this, I feel like we had to get the whole let's trust Maresca, let's see what he does. You get the first stages and all that. We have to do the same thing with this guy. Do you get what I'm saying? It was like we're not getting someone to carry us forward from where Maresca left off. We're kind of going back What can this manager do? Is it gonna work? Do you think the whole are the players gonna trust him and the way the players reacting? Do you think that's like not overhyped, but they're kind of putting a lot of pressure on to say that the players are the one if the players like him, kind of thing?
No, I think like they're bringing up the idea of him being a good man manager and like having all the intangibles in terms of motivating players and getting them to die for him and fight for the badge and everything. That's what they're trying to like build up with him. But look, I'm sorry. I don't want to make any sort of sweeping statements on him when I haven't watched him. But if all you're gonna tell me is about how good of a man manager he is, I'm gonna ask how good of a tactician is he? Because it just feels very Conor Gallagher's a hard worker and he does all the off the ball shit.
He's gonna get them up for it.
Look, can you ball out? Like, tell me the bet. Are you a manager? Can you give me a tactical masterclass? Can you do that? Because like that will make players want to die for you, personally.
Yeah. But my thing is I just want to see his in-game management. Like, if someone's not playing well, are you going to take him off? Or are you going to wait for the text message to say take him off? You know what I'm saying? you know, like a BBM thing. You know, it's like bro, you got a special group on WhatsApp that says, yo, 75th minute, take him off. You know what I'm saying?
No, Jarrell Hatto's agent's on the phone. He wants his 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Get the players minutes. But is he waiting for that, or is he going to make decisions that win us games and like tactics? Because we knew with Maresca, he watches games back and he'll set up a certain way. He's quite unpredictable in certain games. Even we sometimes, Lewis, don't really know. We might know that we will see the same setup, and you know what setup I'm talking about. The Reece in midfield, Gusto out wide, Sanchez in goal, Pedro Neto, and that.
Apparently, he likes inverting his fullbacks, but more into the 10 position. Apparently, or maybe he'll keep them overlapping.
Do you remember when we saw that with Hato? He was inverting, trying to go forward, and I was telling you, listen, limit him at just inverting into midfield. Going too far forward isn't his thing because you kept looking lost. Some players are just not good at it. And I think North can tell you the same thing. Timber's rubbish at centre back. He's good at right back. They'll tell you he can do a job. Maybe here and there he can. And it's the same thing with Timber. Centre back is a bit, you know what I'm saying?
Like Chalobah on the left versus Chalobah on the right.
Exactly. So I think it's just one of those, isn't it? Where I'm just trying to see what this manager does. I'm not gonna do the whole, he's here now. So I'm not one of those that just does the whole losing my head thing because he's here. So I don't want him here. Even if I didn't want him here, he's still going to be here. So let me see what he can do. Let me be fair. And then if he's not good enough, we have enough case studies to say this is the reason why we don't like him in terms of why we don't think he's good enough or not good enough. I don't think he's good enough anyway, or Chelsea level, but I want it in writing. Do you get what I'm saying? I want the stats, the games to say, yo, he's not good enough. This is what we have to prove for that, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, let's see. I just don't want to. You know what it is? That when that sacking happened, I just felt like, yo, season's over, kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, the only way is if he revives our season, bro. CPR thing. That's what we need right now.
I don't know, bro. It just don't make any damn sense to me. Fucking Liam Rosenior, Chelsea manager. All right, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's mad. It's mad. But listen, big up, man. Big up to Yasser. Big up to Carefreelewis. You know what I mean? Big up to both of you for your time. And big up to the whole chat and everyone locked in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're subscribing to Yasser TV. It's right there. Yasser TV, make sure you're subscribing. Carefreelewis G, you already know. Sub to both the guys. Big up to the both of you for jumping on. And we're going to redirect to rants. You know what I'm saying? So Northside raid on the way to rants. And big up to all of you lot, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back soon. Love.